It's making us happy, y'all. It's helping us fight seasonal depression. What's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Flourish with Delores, where flourishing is about progress and not perfection, honey. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to get ahead of seasonal depression, aka winter blues, aka seasonal affective disorder. I want us to chat about it because it's something that I deal with every year, and I'm sure some of you do too. So hopefully some of my tips that I've tried can help you if you're watching this. So a little background. My background is in social work, and I work a pretty demanding job as a dean of student success at a university, on top of managing my household and managing my social media business and all the different projects that I try to do. So when winter hits, boom, I just don't have the same energy. Not even just winter, but it starts to creep up on me in fall, pretty much once we get daylight savings day and it's a little bit darker in the evenings. Once I get out of work, it just feels like my days are so short. I'm getting less sunlight. It's getting colder. So those are usually what is associated with seasonal depression or winter blues. It's usually because it's getting colder, we're getting less light, we're not doing as many of the hot girl summer activities outside, you know, brunching with our friends. So things start to feel a little lonely, a little bit colder, and I'm hoping that my tips are helpful to you. So the first and foremost thing, although my background is in social work, I'm not a therapist. I'm not your therapist especially. So my biggest and number one tip is to talk to your doctor and or therapist. I work with a therapist all year round, and it 100% helps me really rationalize my thoughts, especially when I'm starting to feel seasonal depression. It also holds me accountable in terms of some of the other tips that I'm going to share, because I have someone checking on me every other week to see, like, well, how are you doing? Have you been going for your walks? Have you been getting sunlight? And some of the other tips I'm going to talk about. So that's one of my favorite parts about having a therapist. Although people in your life who love you can hold you accountable and ask you these things, when you're paying a copay or whatever you're paying your therapist and you meet with them on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, I don't know, something about it, you just want to not impress them. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like having a teacher. You just want to make sure that you did your homework, whatever y'all discuss that's going to help you throughout the week or throughout the season in your life. You want to discuss that with them. The other reason why you may want to see a doctor is if your seasonal depression is a little bit deeper. You want to touch base with a doctor to see whatever you could be doing physically in terms of medication, but I'm not even going to go there because that's not my business. Definitely see a doctor for that piece. Number two is to get festive with fall and winter activities. So the reason why my husband's always like, oh, why are you decorating for fall so early? As soon as it starts getting dark, as soon as I feel 1 inch of cold, I'm already ready to decorate for fall. As soon as like it hits like mid-October, early November, really early November, I'm ready to sing Christmas music and get into the holiday spirit, because that's what lifts my vibes. So to all the people who are judging people who start decorating for Christmas early, just mind your business. It's making us happy, y'all. It's helping us fight seasonal depression. So yes, we will celebrate it early, because singing those songs, and many of those songs are worship music, because we're talking about Jesus Christ is born and celebrating that, and so that automatically raises our vibration. So I like to get into the holiday spirit pretty early. I actually have a pumpkin right next to me, and we're going to be doing different fall treats in the house, different fall activities, and then moving into Christmas. And I will say, I know this works because I tend to be in a better mood when I start celebrating fall activities and winter activities. But then as soon as the New Year's hits and it's still cold, like now I'm talking January, it's still cold, it's still dark out, but there's nothing to celebrate, that's when I probably get hit with seasonal affective disorder even harder, because my go-to of celebrating these holidays is now gone. Christmas don't hit the same when it's January. For me, it's pretty much over and I'm ready for the new year. So moving into that, some other things that you can try even after the new year or after the holidays is prioritizing social activities. And this is something that you can do throughout the holiday season or even after holiday season. I think we prioritize it in the summer because our jobs may be a little bit more laid back and low key, and it's just brighter out and you want to hang out with your friends. I think it's important to still try to prioritize meetups with your friends, whether you're doing brunch, whether you're doing game night at home. If you're a homebody like me and you don't want to be the one to leave your house, invite your friends over and do a game night in the house. And you don't even have to go crazy cooking. Maybe throw something in the crock pot, maybe order pizzas and some drinks. You can keep it simple, but it's just about being around people. If that's something that raises your vibrations, it's important to do. I'm an introvert, so alone time and being able to recharge on my own is really important. But once I am recharged, I do like to be around people and to give, you know, some of my energy off and get a little bit of energy back from my friends. So that is a tip that you can do even before the holidays, during the holidays, and after the holidays to celebrate the new year. Maybe do a vision board party with your friends in January. So just little ways to have social activities is so important. Tip number 4 is to stick to a routine. And I can be guilty of this, but doing this during this season is so important. Waking up at a certain time, starting your day with a little workout. I've never been one of those people, I'm not gonna work out for hours or even an hour, even 30 minutes. Like I commit to a 10-minute workout on my stepper. Sometimes if I'm in the zone, I'll go a little bit longer, but just having that routine of I wake up, I get on my stepper, I may make my tea, make my smoothie, I come home, I do dinner, I hang out with my husband, just those little things where it's like your routine. Then you start to feel pretty good when you get into a routine. So that is tip number 4. Number 5 is to get moving. I hinted a little bit on this when I was talking about my 10-minute stepper. So in the summer, it's a little bit easier to get moving because you're doing activities, you're going for walks a lot more, you're going to the park. And for me, in the winter, transitioning to doing something in the home, and it could be really cheap. I'll actually link my stepper below. I'm not saying it's really cheap because that can be depending on the person, but my stepper was $50, so a lot better than getting like a huge bike or something like that. It was $50 from Amazon. I think actually a little bit less than 50, but it times it gives you the calories and all that good stuff, so I'll link that below. But just whatever you can do to get moving. And if you don't want to spend any money at all, I feel you on that, honey. I'm big on YouTube workouts. You can put on a YouTube workout for free 99 on your phone, on your computer, on your TV if you have a smartphone. And I love Kiara Lachey's workouts. I'll try to link her up here. And I'll do her like 1 mile walk, and she just like does a walk in place and she makes it fun, and she does some squats with it. So that is another tip for that. Number 6 is to take a vacation or a staycation. If you don't want to be traveling when it's cold and stuff, you can always do a staycation in your home, take some time off. I'm big on mental health days and taking a mental health day every once in a while to just recharge in my home, kind of reset my home, because weekends really end up, you spend time resetting your home and doing laundry and all that. And then if you can take a Monday off to just enjoy the reset that you did over the weekend and relax and not have to be cleaning up, that's always a great staycation. You can also Airbnb somewhere in your area. We've been really wanting to do one of those, it's not called escape room, but one of those like, getaway house in New York. So we're in Jersey, so we went to New York and did one of those getaway houses. We're not super far where we had to get on a plane and stuff, but it's just an opportunity to get away. And I think the biggest thing with tip number 6 with planning a vacation or staycation is to have something to look forward to. So that's always a big thing, because we usually plan our vacations in the summer, but you can definitely do fun stuff during these months as well. Number 7, so during these months, we're not getting as much vitamin D because we're not getting as much sun. So if you are not taking supplements, again, check with your doctor. I'm not your doctor. You want to talk to your doctor about taking vitamin D supplements or seeing if it's already in your multivitamins, if you take multivitamins. And if you don't want to take any vitamins, you can start looking out for vitamin D rich foods, like more milk or whatever you can do in your diet that can give you more vitamin D. That's definitely going to boost those levels that you're not getting as much because the sun isn't out. And with the sun being out, tip number 8 is to open up your window. So it is a gloomy, rainy day in where I live. It's cold, it's gloomy, but I still have my windows open. There's still some sort of sun coming in, or I wouldn't be getting all this lighting. So it is important to open your windows, and even when it's cloudy and gloomy, there is light, sunlight coming in, so that does boost your energy levels a little bit. Another tip I saw that I haven't tried is to get a light box. I'll post a picture up here. I don't know too much about it, but I guess it's supposed to give you light and help kind of re-energize the light that you're not getting because it's no longer the summer months. And my last tip, tip number 9, is aromatherapy. I am so big on that. You can get a diffuser and diffuse lemon, lavender to relax, eucalyptics for stress relief. So diffusing essential oils is big for me. During the holiday months, what we got was some fall scented plugins. And for me, that just kind of breaks up this season a little bit of like, okay, this is when I smell fall, and things like pumpkin and, you know, just all the various fall scents. So we have that throughout our house, and that boosts our energy levels. And then when it starts going towards November, December, we'll start having more Christmas scents, some peppermints. Peppermint is actually a good essential oil too, but that kind of helps break down these colder, darker months when you have different scents going on in your home for aromatherapy. So that's definitely something you want to consider. And that is it for my tips, y'all. I'm going to be praying for us, praying that we get ahead of this season of potential seasonal depression or winter blues. And also, if you're a recent grad, definitely check out my post-grad depression, because seasonal depression coupled with post-grad depression is not fun. So praying for all of us. May your spirits be lifted this season. May you take care of yourself. And even when you're not feeling down, that is totally normal. This is something that tends to happen in this season, especially when we start thinking about holidays and whatever your family dynamics are, and now you have to get with your family. So it is totally okay to be feeling like this, and the number one thing is to prioritize taking care of yourself and seeking assistance from a doctor and or therapist. All right, well, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you thumbs up this video, hit the subscribe button to join our community, and comment below. I want to hear your feedback about our video and if you want to see more videos like this. Peace.